All right, so I'm about to record this for the second time, and this time I'm going to keep my opinions to myself because I am very rude and I should not be allowed. So yeah, so I just want to say, the N word. I'm gonna just say it like that because I'm sure YouTube is not gonna like it, and my video really not gonna be seen at all. It already people don't watch, but it's really not gonna be seen if I keep saying the word because I done said it a bunch of times. I say the N word because I don't give a damn. Like that's a normal word. It roll off the tongue just like motherfucker. Motherfucker is my favoriteest. That's my favoriteest word. I used to have a song in high school about motherfucker, just so I could say the word more. It help you relieve stress kind of thing. But when I hear that word come from others, especially others that are not of the same race as I am, it scares me. That word, I've been not taught, I've learned because I've seen it. I know history. That word is one of the words that I know that if someone of another race says it, I may die. And I'm going to be honest with you. That's literally how I feel. When I hear it come out of someone else's mouth, I literally, my spine feels like it's gonna shoot out my body. I don't know. Like, you ever had it so that your back is so tight with fear? Like, goosebumps is an understatement. The hair standing up is an understatement. Like, I am terrified. It's the same as if like I was in an alley, just say a dark alley at night by myself, and all of a sudden I see eight in the corner. I see 8 guys walk around the corner. Like, at that point, I feel like I'm about to die. Oh my God, what the fuck did I get myself into, kind of thing. I don't think people really understand, like, it's more than a trigger word for me. Let me just say, in my opinion, to myself, according to how I feel, that word from others' mouths feels like a serious threat. And I feel like something may happen to me. I truly, 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 honestly do. But when I say it, or others of my ethnicity that says it, yeah, it's just another word. It's just another word. Because that's what history has taught me. And not the far history. It's still true today. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So I'm just gonna say that, and that'll be it. For this first case specifically. All right, so video credit goes to CBS News. Florida Dunkin' employee is sentenced for fatally punching customer who used racist slur. And this story was actually published today. A Florida Dunkin' employee accused of fatally punching a customer who used a racist slur against him pleaded guilty to felony battery and was sentenced to 2 years of house arrest. A Tampa judge on Monday also ordered Corey Pujols, 27, to complete 200 hours of community service and attend an anger management course. I'm going to try to remember his name is Corey. For some odd reason, they try to use his last name for the entire story. I'm not for that. I think it's Pujols. I do think it is. But why wouldn't they just use his first name? Nope, I ain't falling for it. Bonnell Cook was irate when he entered the Dunkin' store last May and began yelling about customer service. Police and prosecutors said when Pujols, Corey, who is black, asked him to leave, Cook called him a racial slur and Corey punched him. Cook, 77, fell to the floor and knocked his head. He died 3 days later. I just want to make sure. So he was mad. He came in there fussing, cussing, yelling. Okay. Pujols was, I keep doing it. Corey was initially charged with manslaughter. I apologize, Mr. Corey, if you want me to call you by your last name, but I ain't going to disrespect you by keep on mispronouncing that stuff. I don't know what that is. In agreeing to a plea deal, prosecutors considered the totality of the circumstances, including Corey's youth, his lack of criminal history, and the fact that he did not intend to cause Cook's death. Grayson Cam, a spokesman for Hillsborough State Attorney Andrew Warren, told the Tampa Bay Times. He said they also considered the behavior of Cook and what he said. Two of the primary factors were the aggressive approach the victim took toward the defendant and everyone working with the defendant, and that the victim repeatedly used possibly the most aggressive and offensive term in the English language. Cam told the newspaper. Darren Johnson, an attorney for Pujols, Corey, declined to comment after the hearing. According to court records, Cook was a regular customer who tried to order coffee at the drive-thru on May 4, but the employees had trouble hearing him because he was 77, probably ain't had no teeth halfway in his mouth. But I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just stating, I didn't work in this kind of work before. You understand, you threw a drive-thru speaker. But the employees had trouble hearing him, and he began berating them for their poor customer service. Now, this is through the drive-thru speaker. He was asked to leave outside at the speaker. Sir, I'm sorry, we can't serve you. You can't keep talking to us like that. Can you please just leave? But he parked his car. Oh, he was big and bad, and went inside the store. Was you going in there just to order? Like, that's what a person who was... Okay, let me stop. I said I wasn't going to. I apologize. When Cook appeared inside the store, Corey asked a coworker to call the police, so he took the right steps. They just didn't get there quick enough. Prosecutors said Cook began arguing with Corey. Once Cook said the racial slur, Corey walked around the counter and told him not to say it again. You're not going to come to somebody's job. This man just trying to work. He working at goddamn Dunkin'. He ain't making no $1 million. People probably been rude to him all day long. Now this one want to cuss you out through the window, and now you want to come in? Come on. Are you kidding me? At 77? I don't understand this big and bad persona that don't have it to back it up. Why you in there? Why you cussing them out? Either you go in there, you order your coffee, or you go somewhere else and get it and be like, fuck y'all, I ain't never coming back, because that's what I did. When he repeated it, Corey hit him in the jaw and Cook fell to the floor. Now, remember, the man is 77. So, yes, he shouldn't have hit him, but a normal all right, let me stop. An autopsy said he suffered a skull fracture and brain contusions. He was 77. Any kind of joke. That's the thing about it. That's what I was trying to get at. Like, the smallest, they can break their hip, just, a bone. So that's why it sounds bad. That sounds bad. But I understand he was old. So the smallest little hit, and them floors be cement, be concrete. They be hard. They have no forgiving, in them. It ain't no carpet or nothing like that. So court records show Cook was a registered sex offender. No one from Cook's family spoke at Monday's hearing. Wow. Damn, you gotta wonder what kind of person he was. And he aggressive and raping people. See, so that's the thing about it. In his younger years, he may have had fight in him. And that may be why he was so not used to, because I don't know this man, but maybe that's why he was so comfortable, let me say, taking this aggressive approach by going in. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Corey got his 2 years on house arrest and his anger management. This lady, on the other hand, got 20 years. I kind of feel like the biggest thing is that she left. I understand I would have left too, because I had my child with me, kind of thing. But then again, I wouldn't have did this anyway. But only thing I want to say is when someone is upset and you have nothing to do with it, the worst thing I believe you can do is to try to tell someone to calm down. Now, this story is going to make it seem as if only thing this man did was say calm down. In my opinion, that's the worst thing you can do because they're just going to turn that anger to you. But they are trying to make it seem like that is all this man said. I'm not saying right or wrong. Again, it's the same as the last story. Nobody should die just because they didn't say something out their mouth. But I just want you to see the contrast, and I'm not going to show the video until the end because they keep saying the only thing he said is you should be nicer to people. I didn't hear him say that at all. But what I did see is him being as aggressive as she was in her face with a walker while he's bigger than her. I don't care how old you are. While he's bigger than her, she should not have put her hands on this one. I truly feel like she should not have put her hands on this man at all. She was wrong for that. But it's not the way it's portrayed. And I just felt like these are so vastly different sentences. And I just don't understand how. Let me leave it at that. All right, let's get into it. This is a quick story. So it's going to be a one-part video. I ain't even got to split it into. Video credit goes to WGNTV.com. Las Vegas woman sentenced to 20 years for pushing man off bus to his death. We appreciate you, Caroline Blakely and Nexstar Media Wire. And like I said, I'm going to show this video at the end. I'm sure you saw the little preview of just the actual act already. All right, so this is in Las Vegas. A woman accused of pushing an elderly man off a bus to his death in 2019 was sentenced Friday morning to spend 20 years in prison. Kadisha Bishop is sentenced to 20 years for pushing an elderly man off an RTC bus. Kadisha Bishop took a plea deal. She was originally facing a murder charge, but under the deal, she pleaded guilty to abuse of an older, vulnerable person, resulting in substantial mental harm or death. Okay. Bishop, 28, was accused of pushing 74-year-old Sergey, a foreigner, off an RTC bus, causing him to hit his head. He later died from his injuries. According to a video from the bus, Bishop was arguing with passengers on the bus, and when Fournier walked past her, he told her to be nicer to the passengers, which led to a heated exchange and her pushing him. Bishop got off the bus and walked away, but police were able to track her down later and make an arrest. I think they should show, maybe not, maybe I should just mind my business kind of thing, but if you put the story out there, I'm gonna have an opinion. That's where the issue is, because I did not see that. Again, what they did show makes it seem as if Bishop could be eligible for parole in 8 years. I honestly feel like her sentence should have been about that. Yeah, about that. She does need some anger management type stuff, but I think it should have been about 6, 8 years, something like that. All right, I'm gonna play these videos. You form your own opinion. You let me know if you think he was aggressive at all. You think if you was mad and you was on a bus and it's a bunch of people around you, then somebody else want to add a second opinion and you might feel the urge to push somebody to and get the fuck up off there. I'm not saying she right at all. She definitely needed some jail time or, some kind of something. But yeah, all right, y'all.
First of all, I should have just started by saying that I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my behavior. I'm sorry for the way that I was portrayed in my lowest and weakest moment of my life. I wish I could take it all back.
Little consolation for the victim, 74-year-old Serge Fournier, who passed away as a result of the injuries sustained after he was pushed by 28-year-old Kadisha Bishop. In March of 2019, Bishop started yelling and cursing at passengers on a parked RTC bus. Fournier spoke up in their defense, telling Kadisha to be nice to people.
You are Get the out
out of my face. Seriously.
What? What you gonna do?
Hey, tell him to get the out of my face. Oh my God!
Fournier landed on his head, passing away a month later. Bishop steps right past him without trying to help. Her attorneys in court today adding some background to her mental state.
Ms. Bishop does suffer from bipolar disorder, and she reports PTSD as well. And of course, these help me while never minimizing the pain of the family's loss.
Initially charged with murder, her attorneys and the prosecution later settled on a deal.
You! Get the out of my face. Seriously.
What you gonna do?
Hey, tell him to get the out of my face.